Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series V's I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. I'm not going to lie. I just got through reviewing something super tasty, and I'm really hopeful for this one. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my A Killer's Confession shirt, which is very, very understated, although I like the design on the back. I can't really show it to you, but what is Killer's Confession? So Killer's Confession, heavy metal band that started up probably close to 10 years ago, something like that. I became aware of them because the lead singer of Killer's Confession had previously been one of the lead singers in the band Mushroomhead for many years, a guy named Waylon. After, he and Mushroomhead parted ways, he went over there and started up AKC as his new musical project. And I was fortunate enough, not too long after the pandemic kind of started to properly ease up, I was able to see him perform for the first time. It was really fucking cool. I loved the performance. So much so that I've seen him multiple times since then. That's where I got the shirt. I saw him just about a week ago again. I like him so much, I've actually got multiple videos of their performances. They're on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because, I think they're badass. They're such a cool act. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I super excited for it? Well, folks, I'm super excited for it because I decided to hop back out to a local place that I'm very fond of called, boom, Ethio Beans. They're an Ethiopian restaurant. And I reviewed some of their stuff in the past. I did a couple of their dishes months and months ago, and I've been wanting to get back out this way. It's not something where it's like just a jump, skip, and a hop to get here. It's not far, but it's not close enough that it's super convenient. But I finally managed to get out here, and I just got through reviewing one of their dishes. It was a stew called, and I apologize for all my mispronunciations as being a goofy white guy from the suburbs of Illinois, their Tegabino Shiro, which was a super tasty stew. Go watch that review if you're interested. But that was basically the starter, right? We gotta have a main course. So what am I reviewing for you folks from Ethio Beans? It happens to be, let go. It's boom! It's this. It's a whole bunch of stuff. This is, and again, apologies for pronunciation, this is their Goat Tebes. T-E-B-E-S. Tebes? Tebes? I don't know. And it comes with their injera bread, which is this right here. Got a big old sack of bread. And then it's their cubed goat lamb meat, sauteed with onions, garlic, tomato, jalapeno peppers, fresh rosemary. That sounds amazing to me. So, let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this, and we'll kind of ha 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 ha. Did I spill any? No! Yay! Okay. So let's go ahead and let's give this a shot. Now, typically, the way that you go over there and do this with the Ethiopian food is you take the bread, and if you've never had the bread, by the way, it's super neat. It's kind of spongy, and it tastes similar to sourdough bread. It has kind of a little bit of a tanginess to it. And you basically just use it sort of like a tortilla kind of thing. You just sort of scoop it up. So, let's do that. Just tear it. And one thing I will say, at least with Ethio Beans, I don't know about, across all of Ethiopian cuisine, it is best shared with a group of people because it is such a cool communal thing, and the way it's just, yeah. But let's go ahead. Let's get us some Goat Tebes. Goat! I'm bad at this. Why did I grab it from the harder end? I'm not kidding with that fresh rosemary. Oh, wow. That rosemary hits. Oh, man, the seasoning on that. Especially with that rosemary. Damn, that's tasty. Let's try some just nicely cooked. Tender, still has a little bite to it. It's not like melting your mouth or anything. But it's not overly chewy. Has a nice lamb taste to it. That's really good. That's really good. That's so fragrant. And it's kind of interesting, like, you know, I wouldn't think jalapenos in Ethiopian food, because, like, obviously jalapeno is more associated with Mexican food, but, you know, obviously you're going to get blendings of cultures and cuisines. That's super tasty. And it almost reminds me a little bit, like I said, I just got through reviewing the Tegabino Shiro, which is like kind of a stew. This almost kind of reminds me of like stewed meat, you know. Again, it's very tender and just like very, very flavorful. I am going to go over there if I can find one. Yeah, fork. I'm going to use a fork just so that I can kind of get the individual elements easier. But I'll finish it off with the bread. Again, the bread is so cool. So we got a little bit of a mash. Ooh. Almost like a sweet potato mash, but like not sweet. Not 100%. I'm like, I know I've had it, but I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. But that's really tasty too. Like, that's something that could very easily just be like a throwaway thing. But it's very earthy. But then again, just very well seasoned. Like, that's one of the things that I'm finding that I really love about Ethiopian food. I love the seasonings. Everything is just like filled with flavor in the best possible way. And you just get like this wonderful savory hit. You know, a little bit of bite, a little bit of spiciness, you know, it kind of goes to the back of your throat. Then you just get this openness, this freshness from the rosemary. Oh, this is super fucking tasty. I'm so happy this is my lunch. To think, I almost just slept all day today because I was super tired. Ooh. Ooh. That's super tasty too. Ooh, that's got the most kick to it. Yeah, that's got some proper spice to it. Oh, I like that a lot. This, I don't know, it kind of seems like a saucier version of this. It's sort of, again, kind of like a mash. And I apologize, by the way, for my ignorance. Like, fucking, you know, I'm this guy, okay? I live in the fucking suburbs of Illinois. Oh, my God. Everything here, it's just a... Oh, my God. So fucking good. All right, well, as far as the Goat Tebes goes, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, and yes. Folks, I am, like I said, I'm so happy this is my lunch. Like, I really liked the Tegabino Shiro. That's like such a super good, tasty stew. Very homey, very just, you know, like a comfort food. This, just so much going on. You know, like, it's a joy for my palate to go over there and, you know, try each individual thing. And to just, you know, again, this is a little bit spicier. This is a little bit earthier. This is a little bit more open. None of it feels claggy. None of it feels unnecessary or just like tossed in for the sake of it. It's all super good, and it all feels really special, and I love it. And if you watch my channel, you know where I'm going with this. I'm calling this the business. And folks, if you don't know what that means, when I refer to something as being the business, that means that, like, fundamentally it's pretty much just perfect. You know, like, you could make little adjustments here or there, you could do little things, but, like, just from a structural standpoint, you know, the dish or whatever the item is, it's just pretty much perfect. And this plate of food right here is pretty much perfect. I am going to enjoy the hell out of that, because that is just so tasty on so many levels. And if I'm recommending it, I'm 100% recommending it. And I think that, you know, as, again, being suburban white guy, coming into a new type of food can be intimidating. And I will say, the staff, because I have eaten inside in the past, I don't just do reviews of my car, the staff have always been extremely helpful. They're very nice, and definitely very accommodating to people like myself, where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, and they're like, we'll take sympathy on you. But coming into food like this, you know, like, it's just so cool, you know, because I'm so fortunate. The food scene I have is so great. You know, I have all these cool options, and then I'm still finding new and wonderful things to go off of. And from a Western palate, as somebody who, again, doesn't know that much, this is the type of dish where I would very easily recommend it to people. Because they do have other things on there. They have, like, chicken curry and things that might be a little bit more familiar. But this, it's like, oh, well, it's Goat Tebes. Well, what's Tebes? Well, it's, you know, it's sort of like a stewed meat kind of thing, and it's super tasty and delicious. And I would genuinely go over there. About the only thing I would say maybe a little bit of a barrier to entry. It does have a little bit of a kick to it. Nothing crazy. But this is the type of dish where I would say, look, if you go there, this is a good place to start, because everything's going to be super tasty. It's unique, but not completely unfamiliar to, again, like, goofy suburban white guy palate. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and themselves a truly Tebes-tastic rest of your life, because yay, Tebes. I'll do things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what are some types of cuisines that you would like to see me try out? I mean, obviously, I can only go off of, you know, what I have available to me, but I'm always really interested, you know? And there's so many places that I want to get to, and I mean, just, I could go over there and eat nothing but, you know, takeout for every meal, probably for the entire rest of my life, and never run out of places to review and to try. So, but anyway,